hopefully it's not too disturbing, too distracting to what I'm talking about here. Wait a minute, let me try and fix this. Okay. Sometimes it's a little itchy. Not itchy, just actually not itchy at all. Just more like tickles. Yeah, that's more the word. Tickles. Tickles. Anyway, okay, let's get to it. One of my friends, I was asking him to give me questions that people might be very interested in. So he gave me a bunch of questions, and one of them is how. Let's see. I just saw it just now. Come on now. How to sin your way to freedom. I love questions like that because I call myself an iconoclastic mystic. That means break off what's commonly thought as truth. I like to smash them to pieces. Why do I like to smash them to pieces? Because as I've observed as a mystic and as a philosopher and psychologist, and of course also through inspiration, divine, what I've seen is that part of the reason why people are not fully blooming to who they're capable of is too much tradition. Tradition is beautiful. It's beautiful, nothing wrong in it, but it can be taken too far. Whereby it begets, you wonder, where's the intelligence in this? When it was formed, it made no sense. It was a great idea. I was like, wow. For example, circumcision, for example. I'm sure at a point it was very important, maybe when the people moved through the desert, people got sick, infected. Circumcision, why not? For men, never for women. I would never support that, for no reason. Never. For men, either way, I don't support it, but definitely not for women. Don't support circumcision. But for men. But now we're still doing it. What is the use? I don't see the use personally. I mean, I'm grateful that happened to me. I'm not in any way regretting. But I'm saying maybe it's time we start rethinking it. Maybe we don't need that anymore. We have showers everywhere, water. At least in Western countries, at least. In some other countries, you know, take a shower, wash it, clean up. But there's a reason for it. Everything has a reason. And although modern science says there's no reason for the skin around, I bet one day they're going to say, we found a reason. And what reason, what possible reason do I think it is for? Protection. Protection, one of the core reasons. And also so that one can also be contained in a sort of energetic form. Otherwise, when the skin gets peeled off and the tip keeps rubbing against the pad, it can make a man excited all day long. Constantly thinking about sex. Because the tip is sensitive. It keeps rubbing through the whole thing, can make a man a woman. You know? Like, always think about sex because it's rubbing, it's brushing. So the skin was like, okay, now time to go to work, do other things. It's time to make love. Then it comes up, unpack it, right? Anyway, that's beside the point. The main reason for this video is to talk about how to, as my friend said, sin your way to freedom. And I hope those who are religious, Christians or Muslims, I hope they don't misunderstand the intention of this. It is like a play on words, but it's not meant to make fun of anybody. Okay, so just take a deep breath and see. When I use the word sin, I'm using it the way it was used in the original old ways, in the old days. Sin used to mean somebody that you missed the mark. You missed the mark. Like, oh, what a pity, you missed the mark. You almost did that. You just sinned. Not like you were born in it, you're gonna die in it, you're gonna go to hell. No. You missed the point. Oh my goodness. When you picked up that cell phone, or when you did that action, somehow you weren't very present. You weren't here in the moment, or your heart wasn't open. You just sinned. Wow, you could have done that. See, I've never been concerned about doing something better or worse. No, my concern and the concern of every mystic is how much of myself can I bring to this moment. Now that's one of the secrets of immortality and surrender at the same time. Yes, because to surrender to the moment means you're saying, how best can I do this? And the best way to do it, not better or worse, that doesn't concern, It's more like how still, how present, how from the heart, how from the soul can I act this moment. And to the same degree that one is able to do it in such deep presence. Ah, what a beauty. Many humans don't have the level of presence. When they're doing something, they're too much in a hurry to do it. Just grab something. I'm not making fun. We all do that sometimes, maybe, who knows. But as much as possible, one ought to do one's best. When you pick up that thing, pick it up. Be in your body. Be in your body. So all the so-called sins originally just meant that person, the action. Even if you make love, even if you are blessing somebody, even if you're like picking somebody's purse up, like normally good actions, actions that are really normally good, that you consider good, feeding the homeless. But if you do it out of ego, if you do it out of pride so that everybody can say, see what Noah did, or see what that person did, you want everybody to know, you have sinned. Even though, see, that's why it's not what people think. People think the thing is, sin is, oh, I don't do that. You check the list, check the list. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but come on, it couldn't be that easy. Just memorize it, never do it. Anybody, that means the machine will be saved. A robot, just put the program in, and then boom. No, it doesn't make sense. Think about it. Doesn't make any sense. No, the truth is, how much presence, how open is one's heart. Somebody uses the wrong word and curses us and say, you mean words. What most of us humans do is shut our heart because it's like a resistance. No, keep your heart open. See, most humans have been taught that to keep the heart open is dangerous. Anybody who teaches you that doesn't know what they're saying. Keep your heart open. Where else is true love? Where is true divinity on deeper levels? It begins with the heart. If the heart is weak, if the heart it doesn't have its natural protection, then what worth is it then? No, the heart is beautiful. The heart is love. And love itself is the protection. People ask me all the time, you do all this healing work, you do this and that, do you protect yourself? And I'm like, I don't bother. They're like, oh, you don't bother? I'm like, why bother? Not because I'm arrogant, I feel cocky, or I feel like I know everything, but the principles of love. Love, okay, think of like a blue water, just full blue. Somebody wants to stain it, very difficult. That blue, whatever comes into that space becomes blue. So what does love have to fear? It was somebody that wants to curse you, they want to sin like terrible. You know how people use voodoo or whatever, or for, as they call it in the cultures. Somehow, even if it comes in your field, it just melts. It melts into your energy. It doesn't hurt at all. It just becomes part of the love field. And whoever sent it, that curse to you, whoever wanted to hurt you, if they don't repent, if they don't stop it, sooner than later, they'll start dying. They'll start eating themselves up. Why? Because you're not sending anything back that's negative. You're just loving. And love, universal love. Oh my goodness. And the person that keeps sending, it will start ricocheting. Ricochet. You know, they ricochet the word to ricochet back to them. Multiply. Multiply. You don't have to even say anything bad for them. You just keep doing what you're doing. Just be in your heart space and love the universe. That's what awakening means. Be in love with existence. In love bubble, literally. In love bubble of existence. Wow. So don't worry about it. You just stay. People say, how can they protect themselves in this time of corona? I'm like, look, don't fall for the fear. The fear is the virus. It's based on fear. That's why the news media try to scare people. Fear lowers your vibration. And he or she whose vibration is lowered suddenly gets attacked by the enemy. Whether it's voodoo or negative, it doesn't matter. Or even artificial intelligence. Boom! Because it's lower frequency. If one can maintain the love frequency, if one can somehow be in the love space, the minimum I tell people, at least be in love. Power is dangerous. Power is the solar plexus. I'm not against power. Power is necessary in life, but it cannot be the central core of one's life. If one chooses power as the central core of one's life, one has missed. What do I mean one has missed? That means one will always be fighting throughout the whole life. How can you rest? You always have to show who's more powerful. And a soul that dies showing how powerful they are, they may be free after death and go to one of those locals where they may be with the gods, dining with them. But they're gonna have to come back into what? Powerlessness. Powerlessness. They're gonna be born maybe into poverty, maybe into a kingdom that gets raided by their enemy. They have to see the opposite. That's why I don't get about people that are very obsessed about power. I'm not against it, don't get me wrong. Power is beautiful, but to make it central core for one's life, otherwise one has to keep power, powerlessness, power, the death and birth, the karma. I tell my friends, I said, look, why don't you come for a session? If you don't want to come for a session, you do it yourself. Get very present. Open your heart. You can do it too. Sometimes it's good to have a guide like what I do, a guide. You can do it by yourself. Just have integrity and come into your heart space and never leave your heart, no matter what. I know people say it's not easy. Easier said than done. Yeah, for determination, commitment, whatever's happening. Anger, even when you're angry, you're pissed, you want to hurt somebody. Somehow, when you're angry, try to focus your attention on your heart space. And if you feel like you can't do it, you can come for a session. Okay, you can message me on Messenger. You can message me on YouTube. Maybe a messenger will be better. I get it faster. DM me, lower Adams-Oyenuga. Maybe I'll be able to respond to it. It's so simple. These are simple principles I'm sharing. And I hope I can reach more people so that I can, the wider audience, so that I can share many of these secrets. It's allowed for those that are worried about, they're going to come after you and try to kill you. Don't worry. It's time. This is the time of revelation. See, people look at the Bible and they don't understand it. All this amazes me. Some of these Christians, I'm like, you're reading the Bible, you can't see this, what's going on right now? How can? But I forgive them, because only a mystic can see this. Only those who are initiated can read between the lines. So I understand those who don't get it. These are the times of revelation. The truth is coming out. It's being revealed in our relationships, in our life, in this, in that, in this, in that. It's being revealed. We're coming out of the closet. Life is saying, Loa, who are all this? It's okay. It doesn't mean to the whole world you're going to expose yourself. I may not be safe. You have to be intelligent. But maybe a couple of secrets to your beloved, to your friend. Oh, by the way, that time when you bought that, I was jealous, by the way. Wow. Really? And they can say, yeah, me too, that time. Intimate moments. Be intelligent. Be intelligent. Don't just be like, oh, Loa said this, and then you start going around. No. Be intelligent. Discrimination. Who to talk to. Or find one or two people that you can trust. Because trust needs space. Somebody you can hold space, can keep their heart open. Somebody who won't shut their heart to you when you pronounce those secrets we all do, the depths of the heart, make it out. Somebody can say, I love you. I can hold it. It hurts me. But I'm here for you. My heart is open. Wow. If you can find that kind of person, do a session with them or be around them if it's a lover, a friend. If you don't have that in your life, find a plant. Find an animal. You may think I'm going crazy. No, are using drugs? Don't worry about all that stuff. Find a plant. Plants are here. They're not judging you. Only the human mind judges. Only the human mind judges. Only the intellect can judge. The animals don't judge. They'll just look at you like, huh? And then you get to express from presence, from your heart space. And they'll hear you. They'll hear you. They'll hear you. They may not understand what you're saying, but they'll hear you where it matters. Where does it matter? Where do we truly listen? Where do we truly listen? Nowhere else. Not in the head. The head just filters and judges. We listen in the heart, in the solar place, in the heart, in the belly. Because then your whole body listens. Minimum, listen from the heart. In my view. Or solar plexus, but like I said, dangerous. Heart, listen from the heart. And if it can go deeper than the heart, into the hara, to the belly, to the hara, that means your whole body now will be radiating truth and love every moment. Will that be your experience? Everybody who hears this, will this be your experience? I'm going to share a couple more things about this sin. People are like, no one hasn't said anything, something about sin. Some people are going to get angry, some are going to get very enthusiastic. My messages are for those those who are daring, who are more daring, a little more open, generally speaking, but the minimum. Because some people are like, oh, as I can sin my way into freedom, how can I do that? And some people will be like, oh, lower devil. No, relax, relax. It's neither. In fact, I'm not teaching indulgence. I'm not saying be a fool, go to a prostitute or something, waste your life for. I'm not recommending all that. What I'm talking about are the little things in life that we enjoy, the food, the pleasures that people will say that's sinful. That's why I'm always afraid of the saintly ones. When I say saints come that way, I go that way. Or at least I'm polite, I hang around them and I ask them. And once I get my opportunity, I run away. Because it's hard to relax around saints. Because everything you do, they're going to judge you. Everything they're repressing, they're going to see it in you. So since I'm like, oh, you're a saint. Oh my goodness, I'll see you next year. I may never go back. Because why? You can't relax. One cup of coffee or tea. Oh, look at you. Huh? Thought you were a gentleman. Thought you were a gentleman. You see, your health. Nothing you do will be. I'm sure we've met at least one person like that in our life. They may not be famous saints like Gandhi, but they have Gandhi of their own family or their unit. They're the one everybody looks up to. Look at that man or woman, what he's saying. They are pretending. To the very degree one is saintly, to the very degree one is unsaintly. They go together. You can't have one or the other. You know? So I often surround myself with humans. What I mean by humans, people who are, it doesn't mean they're bad people, don't get me wrong. They're often beautiful people who are generous, but they also are aware of their own shadow, their mistakes, what they've done wrong, the humanity. People like that, you can relax. You can maybe whatever, right? Part, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe not that was a bad joke, but you get my point. You can just relax. But the holy saints, I don't eat meat, for example. I don't. I'm a vegan, pretty much, except for the occasional cookie. But some vegans, vegetarians who don't drink milk or cheese, sometimes when I'm around them, I feel like eating meat because I'm rebellious. I will never give that up. By nature, I was born rebellious. Not rebellious like somebody that just opposes everything. No, if something doesn't appeal to my heart, soul, mind, I'll debate you till I come to the truth. And if it's the same as yours, I'll sooner, oh, thank you, you were right. So I'm not arrogant like that. But I want to know. I want to know. So if you're rebellious, okay, but still, even the rebels, you have to be open-minded, okay? So they'll be like, oh, people who eat meat, they will say it in such a condescending way. I'm like, my goodness, were you born vegan? You used to eat meat, right? You're like, yeah. Right? No, I'm like, yeah, so forgive those who are still eating it. Can you at least have a little compassion on them? Maybe they're just poor. Maybe they don't have option. Maybe they just know better. Oh, they know better. I've sent videos to them. Hey, I'm like, relax. People have so much problems. They don't want to add vegetarianism to their issue. They're just happy to eat. Because you have a little luxury, now you want to condemn everybody. No, relax. So I'm not, no. For some people, they want to eat meat. That may be their sin. That, oh, I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm not encouraging meat eating. I have my scientific views on it. Personally, scientifically, I don't think humans are meant to eat it. But that's meant for me and those who care. Those who don't eat meat. And find out for yourself. But there's no judgment. Science never judges. That's part of what I love about science. Science just says, here's the truth. This is it. Okay, don't believe it, don't worry. Just keep doing that. You see this is what's going to happen. And if it's true science, you will see it right there. That's why only the priest class judge. Because they have to be holier than thou. Scientists will never judge. Oh, you want to keep doing that? That's fine. Do it. Yeah, smoke cigarette. Enjoy it. Why not? But guess what? It's going to kill you. You know that it could kill you. It could give you cancer. But enjoy it. There's no judgment there. It's just saying, have fun. It's not saying it's evil. It's not saying don't do it. It's just saying that could be the consequence of it. So scientific minds are always easier to be around because they will never impose anything on you, no belief. They just be like, I'm talking about the truly scientific minds. I don't mean your average professor in the college. There's nothing scientific about them. In fact, they're the opposite of scientific thinking. They will debate you. Yes, 1965, 1945. I read that in a book. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much stuff has become since then? They haven't read a book since 1940. No, update. And sometimes updating is not about looking for the information out there. It's about going within. lies. All truth lies. Anybody who's looking for truth out there, you can't find it. Where are you gonna find it? Because there's nothing out there. It sounds crazy, but every mystic knows the truth of this. There's no truth out there. It's always here, inside you. That's why all the great masters, Christ said, the kingdom of God is within you. We look for it in books and stuff. Books are okay. I've read books, thousands of books, but many of what I say today didn't come from those books, because those books are just like little maps. Just give you like little clues. The real knowing comes from inside. So those who truly want to know, if you're the professional type, intellectual type, I'll say take a few minutes a day to meditate. Quiet your mind. Still your mind. Be here now. Truths upon truths will just begin to open like flower. You wouldn't even know how you know it. You just be like, wow, wow. Insights upon insights. Not because you're digging, not because you want for your ego. It's just whatever you look at. Oh, it doesn't mean you're going to know everything. Nobody can know everything. But whatever you need to know in certain situations, just be revealed. That, oh, but not from ego. It's just from the inner knowing. Because we are the knowing. Those who say they're looking for truth, ask them what happened to them eventually. Once they get close, they merge into it. You dissolve into it. You become it. It's like flying towards the sun. When you get close enough to the sun, you're going to merge into it. It's the cosmic law. It's what's happened to all of us. Anybody who feels that somehow they are connected to some level of truth or knowing, they always feel like it's always been there. It's always a feeling, unfailingly. In my experience, every teacher that I've met, they always say, I read about it, but once it happens, I'm like, somehow, it was always here. It's just too much noise, too much crowd, too much thinking, too much busyness, psychically. It prevents one from the truth from just, it's always there, like a fragrance, always there. Always there. So if it's food, if it's meat eating, smoking cigarette, don't let anybody shame you. Don't let anybody, look, if you're going to smoke that cigarette, I don't like smoking cigarette. I'm not going to lie, I've tried it. Because I like to try things. And I'm like, oh, that's not intelligent. Forgive me if I insult you, if you feel insulted. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just speaking truth. I tried it. I said, let me just try this. Everybody is so crazy about it in America. I was like, oh, this is what everybody, goodness, quick. For me, I was like, oh, I don't need this. I don't need this. Oh. But guess what? It doesn't mean I'm better than anybody. It probably just means my body. Because some people, their body's chemistry is low in nicotine or whatever. They might have more craving. For me, that's not my thing. But if you're going to smoke that cigarettes, if you want to know those that thing is so deep in you, you might as well enjoy it. Don't make it a sin. Even if it gives you cancer eventually and kills you, I'm not recommending that. I'm not saying be careless. But let's get something, derive something from it. And what can we derive from any action? Even if you think it's on the surface not the best. Whatever it is, somehow it gets transmuted. How do you transmute every action in existence? No matter how negative it might be considered. This is not like a license to be evil or mean. I'm just talking about simple things that normally people will be like, don't do that. Don't eat that. Don't say that. Whatever. Food. I don't know. Many things that people consider as a sin. A little lie here and there. What else? I'm not recommending lies, by the way. I'm just thinking about the commandments. Maybe fornication. Before marriage. Whatever it is for you that you're struggling with. If you're going to do it intelligently, intensely. Why are you cheating yourself? If you're going to keep doing it anyway. I can tell you know that. If you are going to do it anyway, you know yourself. But that's why I say, okay, this is my tendency. This is my issue. Maybe it's candy. Maybe it's alcohol. Whatever it is, sit down and say, universe, show it to the universe. And say, universe, this is my vice, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do it anyway. You already know that, universe. That's prayer. What do you think prayer is? People think prayer is memorize. No, don't memorize anything. That will go to your head. No. But I'm going to do it in service of you. People think I'm making this up. You alchemize almost anything. Yes. Don't believe what I say. Try it. Be scientific. Universe, I'm going to do it. But you know what? I'm going to show you what this tastes like. Universe, experience this through me. This is for you. Drink it as an offering to the universe. And guess what? That moment, universe will taste it with you. Don't believe what I say. You try it. Somehow, that same tendency that you did and you were feeling guilty, somehow it just opens you up. Because now you're not being selfish. So people think selfishness is about, oh, I have this phone and I only allow myself to use it. No, that's mundane selfishness. What I call selfishness, which I say is one of the root causes of misery for many humans, is what when they do things they only want to enjoy it. Like, this is my, I work for it. No, that's selfishness. No, be generous. So when we offer our labor, so universe, what I'm doing right now, this is for you. Even if you don't give any money out, no donations, but as you're doing the action, maybe you're even eating. And the universe, enjoy this is for you. Because all of it is a universe. So when you say universe, this is for you, offer to the universe, whether it's your food to the universe, this is for you, thank you. You put it in your mouth, start eating it. And you start smoking the cigarette, whatever it's cigarettes. Somehow, now you have become the universal beloved. Now you're stretching your awareness. Yeah? People want to stretch their consciousness. One of the simplest ways. And I get people, if you want to be guided, you can reach out to me, DM me, we can go to a deep session. How to offer yourself to the universe. It's one of the most beautiful spiritual paths. Suddenly the same action everybody is doing that's taking them to the depths of hell, suddenly it becomes spiritual practice for you. It's amazing. It's so beautiful because now you're offering it. Now the whole of existence is having a taste of you. And don't think you're encroaching on people. No, you're blessing existence with your individuality just from a simple experiment. These things don't have to be so hard. Part of what I'm here to share with humanity. And I hope this can get to millions of people if possible, because these are simple things almost anybody can do. Those who want personal sessions, you can DM me, direct message me, Adams-Oyenuga on Messenger. But some of these things you can do yourself. Just offer it. But sometimes one needs to be initiated into it. I understand. You can reach out to me. 510-240-2322. The food. Wow. Whatever I'm doing today, what I'm drinking right now. That was the secret of praying before food. It wasn't just to thank you for giving me. It was to say, look, this food I'm about to eat may be my last. Universe, eat it with me. And as we're eating it, take deep breaths. Okay, take the deep breath. You've already offered it to existence. Then eat this with me. This will transform, will open your heart so tremendously, so fast. Begin to expand. So when I say sing your way to freedom, to awakening, I don't mean just indulge in everything and be a nuisance to the community. I would never say that to anybody. That's extremity. No, I'm not saying be so drunk, fall into the gutter. People are taking you up, you're stuck going, and they say, oh, the village drunk. No, don't. I'm not talking about that kind of reputation. You lose all respect, all face. No. I'm talking about if a glass of wine you like to have in the evening, or that cigarette, once in a while that you enjoy it, but you feel guilty when you're doing it, or if you're already committing adultery. I don't care what you're doing. That's not my business. I'm not a priest. I don't care. I don't give a damn. People are like, oh, you should tell people not to do adultery. What business? That's between that woman or man and their lovers. That's not my business. Universe says, mind your business. Why should I mind somebody else's business? That's on them. All I'm saying, fornication, you're not married yet. You think you're doing something bad? Transmute it. Be present. See it as a gift to the universe. And see what happens. Maybe that will be the love of your life. You don't even know. Huh? So I'm not encouraging flagrant bestiality or nonsensical behavior like that. I'm just saying the very act that we sometimes we just go, this is not even good for me, or whatever, or maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Whatever it is, that's what I call it. That's what people call the sin. It's not what I call sin, but that's what you call sin. Transmute that into awakening, into spiritual depths. Absolutely. Sin means to miss the mark. Don't miss the mark, my friend. And if you do, just laugh. Because guess what? You always get another chance. Every moment is a new chance. To get the mark, to be very present while in the action. Not to miss it. Another moment you can do it again. It's a play. Be playful. These deep states of awakening are often reserved for those who can be playful. If you get too serious about it, you get tense up. And those who are tense cannot really spiritually awake. It's difficult to wake up while tense. No, because there's so much energy in the universe. The body has to be relaxed to be able to have energy flow through you. Otherwise, you break. A tall tree that's not flexible, the wind comes and it breaks. So in fact, most of our life lessons, the past few years that we are alive and the future. Oftentimes it's how to allow, how to flow with existence while still working, while still doing things, but to flow with the universe. Thank you so much. And I think that's good enough for today. Okay, that's good enough. Love you guys. Blessings. I gotta pick up the phone. My mom is calling.